Alright, welcome to 2-4, parallel or perpendicular. Okay, here in front of us I have 6 quick examples denoting what is a parallel slope and what is a perpendicular slope. And guys, it is so key. I want you to understand that the word parallel really implies that we have the same slope. So if I say what is a slope that is parallel to negative 5/8, well, it is literally just negative 5/8. And guys, parallel should be so easy. So when you look through your answer choices in this upcoming video section, understand if the M1 and the M2 slopes are not exactly the same, then it can't be the correct answer because parallel slopes are the same. Okay, what about perpendicular? Well, perpendicular is a little bit trickier. We have 2 components. One, we have a reciprocal. Let me just fit that in. And what does a reciprocal mean? It means that if this fraction is 5/8, reciprocal means to flip. That would become 8/5. And also, they have to have the opposite signs, okay? The opposite signs. So notice here, this is negative, so this must be positive. Okay, and this would be your answer. All right, let's go through these really quickly. For number 2, we have a slope of 2/7. That means that the parallel slope will also be 2/7. For perpendicular, if this is positive, the perpendicular slope must be negative, and we flip the fraction to get 7/2. Okay, let's look at number 3. Number 3 is a whole number. It's negative 8/1. So for the parallel slope, I can just write negative 8. But for the perpendicular slope, I have to flip my fraction to be 1/8. And notice this will go from being a negative to being a positive. You just change the sign. Okay, let's look at problem number 4. Well, this is 15/1, but our parallel slope we can just simply write as 15. But what about our perpendicular slope? Well, 15/1 becomes 1/15, and if this is positive, this must become a negative. Alright, moving on. Here's our M1, and we know that if our first slope is negative 2/15, our parallel slope must also be negative 2/15. Let's talk about perpendicular. If this is a negative, our perpendicular slope must be a positive, and 2/15 becomes 15/2. Bam, we have our answer. Alright guys, number 6. The slope is 1/8. The parallel slope is, you guessed it, 1/8. What about perpendicular? Well, if this is a positive, our perpendicular slope must be a negative. And guys, if you flip 1/8, you're going to get 8/1. Well, we just call that 8. Alright, I hope this video helps, and I'll see y'all in our next lesson.